it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Break.
50, Mike, 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Ready?
First carry for Royce Freeman. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Check 13. Check.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big run there by Freeman. 41 yards on the ground. Play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check.
Lock now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Kill. No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
Winston. It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yalom in there to pick it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Okay, ready?
Mike's 50. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Check 37. Check 37.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
50. Mike 50.
Army, Army. Army, Army.
Get it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. Inside routes, and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Going for the deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3. Green, come with me.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready, black 25.
59.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 9, check 9. Wait.
From the gun, Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Wait.
To throw again on second down. Winston. And this is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now Winston.
Watch out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. T.J. Logan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Buccaneer 1st down.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, keep it up. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard
Hey.
line.
Mike is 59.
Follow.
2nd and 5 now. Winston and finding the tight end Wilson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's got to be a long day.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
14, Buccaneers 3.
The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 52.
To throw, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Winston. Flush to his, and Winston lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Pick me up. Here we go.
From the 31, Locke. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
What you got, Heavy?
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10-2, sir.
54 Mike.
Leo. Get it.
They'll run here with Freeman. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Check nickel.
Block now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They run with Logan, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Clock will try again on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You go set. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Going for Metcalf on the... It got his man. Complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, set.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. We didn't want this.
On 1st down, Logan. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On play action, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the double.
Locke now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
45. 45. Mike, 45.
Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll find Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 38. So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Throwing, Winston. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
25, check 25.
To the air again with Winston. And he's got it. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Jameis again. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Locke now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Here's Freeman. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9. Locke. He'll let this go deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the carry, it's Logan. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. Mike, check, 59.
First down, Winston. They will find Davis. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Right back to him on first down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Check hot route. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Where do we go?
2nd and 5 now. Winston eluding the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively.
Switch. 5 on the 50. There you go.
They go play action. Winston to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Winston to throw for it on 4. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Check 13. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Again, it's Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Caleb Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Check.
They'll throw again. Winston. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is Freeman. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch it.
80 weapon.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. This is Logan. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Lock to throw on second down. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Green, triple team.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Put it to Jet.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. 3rd down here.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
It's caught by Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 31, Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Caleb Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are able to cut into that lead. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Ready?
Throwing on second down. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. A gain there of 21 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready? 18, Gator.
50, check my 50.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch, switch, switch.
Fine.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Here we go, even. Here we go.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down throw for Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. They're able to locate Wilson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Ready? Blue ready.
59. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Winston to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt.
Ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Here's Winston.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready? Blue ready.
Out, get him.
Flip.
Okay.
White. Let me go.
Now Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll run on first down. It's Logan, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That's what I
Get it.
They run again with Logan, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. His intended receiver, the tight end, Caleb Wilson, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Screen, 17.
And the blitz does come. This one complete to Scott Miller. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Ready. Flag. Right
Right there. 56. Go, go, go. Check safety, check safety.
30.
Kill. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completes it to Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Denver, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week.